You know, physical attractions change over time. It is called fluidity, attraction fluidity, right? And this attraction or physical attraction is often thought of as fixed, which is not fixed at all, which is not static at all. And people know exactly who they are attracted to, and it says that same throughout their lives. But research shows that physical attraction can change over time. This is called physical fluidity, right? Now, in this video, we are going to talk about what physical fluidity is, how it works, and what science has to say about it. We will explore how people's attractions can shift over time and why this is perfectly normal. Hello and welcome to Students, a channel for intelligent and curious people like you. Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support. First, let's define what we mean by this fluidity, attraction fluidity or physical fluidity. Simply put, fluidity refers to the idea that a person's attractions, behaviors, and desires can change over time. This can happen for many reasons. It might be due to new experiences, relationships, or personal growth. Actually, sexuality is a very complex idea. It's not always easy to label something. For example, some people may identify as straight but find themselves attracted to someone of the same gender at different points in their life. Others may identify as bisexual but later feel more attracted to one gender than another. This is sexual fluidity in action. Now, research on sexual fluidity began gaining attention in the late 20th century. One of the key studies was by Dr. Lisa Diamond, a psychologist at the University of Utah. She conducted a long-term study that followed women over several years. What she found was that their sexual attractions were not fixed. Many women reported changes in who they were attracted to over time. In her 2008 book, Sexual Fluidity, Understanding Women's Love and Desire, Dr. Diamond argued that sexual attraction is not a rigid, fixed trait. Instead, it can shift due to a variety of emotional, social, and situational factors. But sexual fluidity isn't just about women. While Dr. Diamond's work primarily focused on women, other research suggests that sexual fluidity applies to men as well, though it might be different. For example, men might experience shifts in their attraction, but these changes may be less noticeable or less openly discussed in society. Dr. Diamond's research shows that sexual fluidity is not necessarily about being bisexual. A person might still identify as straight or gay, but experience temporary or occasional attractions that don't fit into that level. This challenges the idea that sexual attraction is always stable and binary. It's also important to note that sexual fluidity doesn't mean people are confused about their sexuality. It simply means that sexual attraction can be more flexible and less predictable than we may have experienced. Now comes another question. Why does sexual fluidity happen? There are a few key reasons. One is the life experiences can shape our attractions. For example, meeting someone who challenges our expectations or spending time in different social settings can lead us to feel attracted to someone of a different gender than we might have previously expected. Another reason is that our emotions play a very big role in attraction. Romantic and sexual feelings are often tied to personal connections. Over time, our emotional needs and desires can evolve, influencing who we feel drawn to. Now, cultural and societal factors also matter, and the role of culture and society really matters. In many cultures, there are strong pressure to conform to certain sexual norms. As society becomes more accepting of diverse sexualities, more people may feel comfortable exploring their attractions without fear of judgment. Now, research also suggests that sexual fluidity is more common than we might think. A study published in 2014 by Dr. Charlotte Patterson found that a significant number of women report experiencing changes in their sexual attractions over their lifetime. Now, what are the benefits of embracing fluidity? Embracing sexual fluidity can be freeing. That means it can free our many types of taboos or different types of emotions. It can free us, make us feel more free. It allows us to view attractions as something very dynamic rather than rigid. This perspective can help reduce the pressure to fit into a particular level and encourage a more open, non-judgmental understanding of sexuality. But sexual fluidity doesn't mean everyone will experience attraction the same way. Some people might experience it while others may not. That is totally okay. Now, what are the challenges and misunderstandings? However, sexual fluidity can be misunderstood because people who experience fluid attractions may face skepticism or invalidation, especially if their experience don't fit neatly into societal expectations of sexuality. For example, someone who identifies as straight but experiences an occasional attraction to someone of the same gender might be told they are just confused or not really gay. This can make it harder for people to accept their own fluidity and to talk about it openly. Now, how we can understand and how we can accept this fluidity? Understanding fluidity can help us build more inclusive communities, because it's really important to recognize that everyone's experience and attraction is valid, no matter how it changes over time. The more we normalize this fluidity, the easier it becomes for people to embrace their true selves. So, fluidity is a natural and normal part of the human experience. Whether your attraction shift over time or stay the same, it's all valid. It's okay. So, what are the key takeaways? First of all, if we try to summarize the whole thing, this sexual fluidity is the idea that sexual attraction can change over time. Number one, this is supported by research, as I told you before, especially the work of Dr. Lisa Diamond. Fluidity doesn't mean confusion or indecision. It's simply a reflection of the complexity of human sexuality. So, if your attractions shift, that is perfectly okay. You are not alone and your experience is valid. Now, if you have learned something new today, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with anyone who might find this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And till then, goodbye, stay safe and take care.